Hey everyone, before this video starts, let me just make it clear that I didn't do my usual kind of writing and brainstorming process, so you're probably going to see a lot of hard cuts where I mess up my kind of internal script and I kind of stumble on my words. So yeah, I just wanted to make a video on this while it's kind of the hot topic and while it's being talked about by everyone. So this weekend, the Virtual Le Mans just passed, and if you don't know, Le Mans is kind of the most prestigious race in real life motorsport anyway, or I think so. Dating all the way back to I think the 50s and 60s. It's basically a 24-hour race, and if you can think about it, having a car going full race pace for 24 hours is pretty mental. Now, the Virtual Le Mans is kind of the sim racing equivalent to what we have for the real-life drivers. Obviously, real-life drivers is a very, very hard market to get into and to break into. So the sim races is kind of a bit more accessible and a bit more relatable to us. Now, don't get me wrong, before we dive into the video, this weekend's Virtual Le Mans was an absolute mess. The whole red flag situation and the DDoS attacks, which weren't actually DDoS attacks, were a complete mess and a really, really bad look for Virtual Le Mans and a bad look for the whole of sim racing in general, to be honest with you. This was kind of like the global spectacle for sim racing to be like, hey, you know, come join us. It's really good fun. You know, it's pretty accessible, or more accessible anyway, compared to real life racing. So, you know, come join us, get into it. And it was kind of the other way around. It was probably more of a deterrent for everyone rather than kind of, you know, a good reason to get into sim racing. It was showing everyone the errors, the lag spikes, the glitches. It just showed all of the bad sides rather than the good side of wheel-to-wheel racing, multi-class endurance racing, and all of the other good points that racing or sim racing has to show. So I just want to make that clear before I, you know, talk about my further points in this video, that I am not backing up what Motorsport Games or rFactor 2 did this weekend. It was an absolute shambles. More money and more time or more staff should be invested in securing the back end of things and making sure such a global spectacle like this gets put on smoothly and puts a good name out there for sim racing, for the World Endurance Championship, for Le Mans, for everything that fits under that one roof. More time, more money, more everything should be invested into it. What I do want to address today is more of this kind of disgusting herd mentality that I'm seeing. Yes, the Virtual Le Mans sucked for the people that took part in it, for the 150 plus drivers. I don't know how many there actually is. For the 150 plus drivers, for those who got disconnected, for those who suffered with lag spikes, for those who suffered hardware failures or their steering input not getting registered into the game, all of those, yes, it sucks, and I fully understand and I fully sympathize with you. All the planning, all the setup testing and everything that you've been doing leading up to this, I understand and I fully sympathize with you. But for the casual Joes like me and you know, there's no point in kind of sticking it to the man and not buying rFactor and, hey, I'm really going to show Motorsport Games. Don't get me wrong, I know Motorsport Games are in a lot of hot water for themselves right now with this whole iRacing and IndyCar kind of scandal that's happening where they're not giving iRacing the license to even use their cars on stream. Yes, it sucks, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of politics. But hey, you know what? There's a lot of politics involved in a lot of stuff in the real world. But you know what? The most you can do is kind of just carry on and just go with it. So from what I understand, the Virtual Le Mans maybe 3 or 4 years ago was hosted on iRacing. It was free to enter. Obviously, you need to own Circuit de la Sarthe and you need to have the car that you're driving. And obviously you need to be an iRacing member. But you didn't have to be a pro level driver. There was no $2,500 entry fee for you to pay to get into. There was multiple splits. So you could literally be a weekend driver or you could be, you know, tier 1 literally alien Chad esports driver. And you all get put into your respective splits. Now that's a great job for iRacing, seriously. For any of you that know me personally, you know my views on iRacing. I'm not a particularly huge fan of the platform. And more so just their business model and things. The driving and stuff is actually really good, but just their business model and things, not really a fan of. Don't really talk about it too much. But that's super cool that literally anybody can just take part in the Le Mans style race. And you and your friends or you and your whoever can just literally drive for 24 hours and try make it alive on the other side. What I'm seeing in a lot of videos and a lot of comments and Twitter threads and all this kind of stuff is this herd mentality of, I'm going to stick it to the man. Yeah, screw rFactor. I'm with Max Verstappen. Let's uninstall it. Let's not buy this pack. Let's not buy the game. Hey, if you've only got like 2 or 3 hours every evening after work to race, you're going to be missing out, man. If you want to just play your GT3 on ACC, which, hey, I have no problem with. I love GT3. ACC is still my main game. But if you want to play that day in, day out, the same tracks, the same competitors that you're getting on LFM, then hey, be my guest, man. But for those out there, don't join that herd mentality. Please don't join that herd mentality. rFactor 2, from my part anyway, what I've been showing on stream and in my videos, you can check the recent videos on my channel. You can watch the races if you really want to. You don't have to sub or anything like that. The races have been pretty smooth. There's not really been any disconnects or any lag that I have personally had or had problems dealing with. No lag spikes, no bad netcode or anything like that. I've had one instance where I lagged through somebody on the turn, but apart from that, no damage was done through that turn or anything like that. I just lagged through them and gained their position. That was it. LMPs are almost here.
Okay, Metas, you've used half your fuel.
Almost here.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Mate, what? What did I just get a lag overtake done? Is that the world's first lag overtake? Apart from that, literally my experience on rFactor 2 has been pretty good, to be honest with you. Some people make the game out to be really complicated and confusing. I'll be honest, there's videos out there, people like Michi Hoya and stuff have made really good videos just breaking down all the settings one by one. If you got some time, just go watch that and it makes everything so much more simple and smoother. So I just wanted to make this video and be like, if you're one of those people, try to resist this herd mentality of, yeah, screw it, I'm uninstalling, I'm never going to buy rFactor 2, don't want to play Endurance, I don't want to play BTCC, screw motorsport games. Please don't mock it until you tried it, because LFM and the hardworking guys and gals over at LFM have done a really good job in integrating a whole new game into their website. Obviously ACC works perfect on LFM, and now they've gone out of their way to integrate rFactor 2 and give us more series to race in, you know? They've got GT4 series, they've got the Porsche Cup series, they've got the Endurance series, they've got the BTCC series. That's like 4 other series, plus GT3 and ACC. If you have that, you have like 5 series, or that was almost 6. You have 5 series to race in. You know, you could pick a different car every week, or each day of the week, excuse me. I just think that there's so much more to offer than this herd mentality and just racing the same car and the same track and the same kind of game and force feedback every week. If you do that, I have no problems with it. Seriously, I'm not trying to dig you out. I am those people anyway. I love ACC. It's my main game. I still do it a lot on my stream and all that. But it's such a breath of fresh air to just jump onto rFactor 2 and jump into LMP2s, which currently I'm obviously not an iRacing member or subscriber. Currently is the only game that offers it out there for me. Yes, I could jump in Assetto Corsa, but more than likely I'll just be binned into turn 1 by someone who doesn't care because there's no rank or elo system, yada yada yada. The rFactor 2 and LFM integration has been, yeah, just such a breath of fresh air. So I just want to make this video and just be like, don't do this herd mentality that I'm seeing a lot of. Please try rFactor 2. I'm trying to up the player base. I'm not sponsored, affiliated or anything by LFM, Motorsport Games, rFactor 2, nothing. I'm not earning any credit, subscribers, likes or whatever, anything from this. I am just trying to boost the player count in the series because unfortunately there's not a lot of people, and yes, this wasn't really a good selling point for rFactor 2. I can't exactly be like, hey, yeah, it's a great game. It's not exactly the smoothest thing I want, but my experience personally has been great on rFactor 2, so hopefully I can convince 1, 10, 100, 1,000, whatever more people to just join the platform and try it. Hey, if you don't like it, then yes, uninstall it, whatever. Go back to GT3 or any other game or wherever you play. Do that. But hey, if you want to try LMPs, if you want to try BTCC, if you want to try GT Endurance cars, if you haven't tried it and Le Mans Virtual was your only way to see, hey, is this worth me buying it? Should I really get this Endurance series? Trust me, they are worth it. They really are worth it. If you're not too sure, feel free to come by my stream. You don't got to follow, you don't got to sub. Just watch me play it for 5 minutes and be like, I don't know if I can get into this or not. Make your decision then. But don't join these Twitter threads and the Reddit threads and these YouTubers who are making these videos and being like, yeah, let's just stick it to the man. Let's not buy rFactor 2. Let's not do this. And we're here for a short time, not a long time, man. So if you want to have some fun and some LMPs and some GTEs and BTCC, get yourself rFactor 2. Sign up to LFM, which is a free platform, and jump in the races with us, man. Seriously, that's all I got to say. Not trying to like go for anyone or shoot down anyone's video. You're all entitled to your own opinions. I completely understand. But let's just dip away from this herd mentality of scaring everyone away from rFactor 2 and be like, no, everyone gets these lag spikes and everyone gets these problems. I've not had any of these problems that people are saying. Literally not one of them. But as always, I'll be interested to hear your comments and thoughts and all that kind of stuff. So feel free to leave it in the comment section below. If you get rFactor 2, then please join us on the LFM platform. There's plenty of series, and it's a small community, but it's a great community right now. I've kind of mixed in with the BTCC crowd, and we're kind of rallying together to make the series more popular. So if you do get it, please feel free to join the Discord and, you know, get involved with us. Hopefully we can grow this series together, and hopefully you can have some fun with us. But if you did buy rFactor 2 and it sucked and you hated the experience, well, I'm sorry to hear that, and hopefully you can get your money back. If not, enjoy ACC. That's what I have to say anyway, guys. Look, I just want to make these series a bit more popular, okay? Just a bit more light-hearted and all that kind of stuff. If you get rFactor 2, then please join us. If not, then enjoy any other sim you play. Just enjoy sim racing. Don't do it because you hate it. Do sim racing because you like it and you enjoy it and you want to drive something that you probably never would get to drive. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening to my rambling voice for like 13 minutes now. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. If not, I will catch you guys hopefully on track on rFactor on LFM. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Take care. Peace.